Hello everyone. Okay, so we will start in a couple of minutes and more students are joining. Meanwhile, I'd like to introduce Raza sir, our expert IELTS trainer with 8+ years of experience. So it's going to be a very helpful session for you all. Raza sir, you can start after 2 to 3 minutes. Am I audible?
Yes. Hi, Kashish. How are you?
Hi sir, I'm good. How are you?
Good too. I believe there is some issues with Raza's mic. We are sorting that out, right? Hi, Jasneet. Hi, Sheetal. Thank you for being in our session. Let's wait for 2 to 3 minutes. Hi, Diksha. And then we'll start with the session. Raza, can you hear us?
Yes, you are audible. Hello.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon, Jasneet. Right. Raza, we cannot hear you. Please unmute your mic. Guys, along with this Zoom live session, we are also live on YouTube. You can follow WorldEdX IELTS page on YouTube and you can see all the previous recording and upcoming videos as well. You can register yourself for daily live sessions. I believe Raza is here. Raza, can you hear me now? There is some issue with Raza's speaker today, I believe. Okay, let's wait for 2 minutes, 2 more minutes. Let me get back to you shortly. Right. Raza is rejoining us back, guys. Just there is some glitch. Hi, Abdul. Just wait for 2 3 more minutes. I believe everything would once everything would be sorted at Raza's end, and we'll be good to go. Hello, Sundram. Thanks for joining in.
Yeah, hi, Roman.
Can you hear us now?
Yes, yes. I'm sorry, there was some technical glitch. Sorry for the being late.
All right. You can start with this.
Okay. Hi, guys. So we have Jasneet here. Hi, Jasneet. How are you? Hi, Diksha.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Sheetal. Hi, Abdul. Hi, Sundram. So welcome everyone to WorldEdX IELTS classes. So Sheetal, let's start from you. Can we have a small introduction once?
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Sir, I am Sheetal Goswami from Haryana, and I
Mhm.
recently passed out my class 12th examinations and also appeared for the NEET. I'm a medical student.
Okay. And you're planning for the IELTS, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So which country you're opting for?
I'm actually opting for Australia because I want to pursue BSc nursing from there.
Okay, from Australia. Okay, great. Thank you so much, Sheetal. Sundaram, can we have your small introduction?
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
I'm dentist by profession, sir, and I'm looking forward to go for Canada as my brother lives there as a work
For the
immigration
Canada.
and preparing for IELTS journal, not academic.
Okay, for the IELTS journal, for the GT. Okay,
Yes.
great, great. Sheetal, so we have, okay, so we have Sheetal here. Abdul, can we have your introduction once?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm Abdul from Lucknow, and
Mhm.
I'm planning for IELTS on 26th July.
On 26th of July, you have
Yeah,
already booked the exam?
yes.
Okay, so it's for academic or general?
Academic.
Academic. Okay. So have you given IELTS before, or this is your first time?
Yeah, I had given one time, but I got 5.5 band.
All right. And how much you're looking for, by the way?
I'm looking for overall 6 band.
Overall 6 bands. Okay. And which country you're planning for?
I'm planning for Malaysia, IIUM, International Islamic University of Malaysia.
Okay. That's good. Thank you so much. Jasneet, you there? Okay, guys.
Yeah. My name is Jasmeet and I'm hail from New Delhi. I'm working
Mhm.
as a high school teacher over here. I've already given IELTS academic
Mhm.
January 2025 and I've had a band score of 7.5.
7.5. Okay.
Now I'm looking for general only
Mhm.
as I'm changed my destination.
Okay. So what's your destination?
That's Canada.
Canada. Okay. And for next month, for which month you're planning to prepare for the exam?
I haven't planned yet, but
Okay.
if at all, it will be in month of September. By the time, the children will be writing midterm exams and that time I'll be apparently free.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you so much, guys. It's been a nice introduction. Let me just give my small introduction. My name is Raza Siddiqui, and I'm holding 8+ years of experience as an IELTS trainer, and I help a lot of students to get their desired band in their first go, whether it was academic or general. Okay. So today agenda is very important. We're going to discuss some techniques for breaking the cue cards. So let me just share you the screen and then we'll have a brief discussion about it. Okay. All right. So the screen is visible. Guys, can you see the screen? Is the screen is visible to all of you?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, great. So we're going to start today's agenda. So let's talk about the session which we are going to cover. So this session covered what is a cue card, why it's important in your IELTS speaking test, some commonly asked cue card topics, how to speak for 2 minutes confidently, some simple tricks to structure your answer. Okay, so let's start from you. Sheetal, can you just let us know what is cue card? Do you have any idea about it?
No, sir, I don't have any idea about it, but I can tell briefly that it is a card given at a time when you have speaking test during your IELTS. And on that card, we have to write what we want to speak a few minutes later.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Not bad. Thank you very much. Sundram, can you just let us know about the cue card? Do you have any idea about it?
Yes, sir. Pardon.
Any idea about cue card? What happens in cue card?
No, sir. I have no idea about this.
No idea about it. Okay. We have Harjeet Singh and Praveen Solanki. Hi, Harjeet. Harjeet, can you hear us? Praveen, you there? Okay. Abdul, can you just let us know about cue card? A bit insights of cue card. You already attempted the exam.
Yes, the examiner gives us a cue card and tells us like you will have 2 minutes, you will have 1 minute to prepare that card about that card, and you will have to speak approximately 2 minutes about the topic. And after preparing that, we can go it easily.
Okay, we can go it easily. All right, thank you. Jasmeet.
Yes, sir.
All right, can you just give us a short glimpse about the cue card? What exactly happened in the cue card?
All right. Well, cue card is a second step towards the IELTS speaking, wherein the card would be provided at the spur of the moment by the examiner, in which we'll be getting 1 minute time to prepare our notes, whatever you're going to speak about, and the 2 minutes we have to speak. If we speak less than 2 minutes, we are penalized. More than nothing, examiner will itself tell us when to stop if we are exceeded, because we have no track of the time. We'll be provided with a pen and paper wherein we can jot down our notes. We are expected to use lexical resources, coherence, cohesion, pronunciation, grammatical error should not be there. So these are the 4 parameters we are being checked on. That's about it. Idiomatic phrases,
Okay,
more you add.
that's very, okay. Yeah, well, that's right. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, so let's figure out what is a cue card. So cue card is one of the very important section of speaking task. It's part 2 of the IELTS speaking test. You get 1 minute to prepare, then you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes on a given topic. And this test checks your fluency, vocabulary, and the confidence level. Okay. Why it's important? Because it's your chance to speak without interruptions. It will also help to showcase your English skills smoothly, and the strong cue card answers improve your band score as well. So it plays a really crucial role in speaking part. Okay, so basically we get some cue card topics which are very commonly in IELTS speaking part. So the first is a friend you admire, a place you visited recently, a book or a movie you enjoyed, a skill you want to learn, and something valuable you own. So these are some topics which generally ask in the cue card. And basically, we follow the strategy of STAR. So I just want to know if you guys have any idea about what is STAR strategy. We'll start from Sheetal. Sheetal, you there?
Yes, sir. I don't know about it.
You don't know about it. Okay, that's fine. We have one more candidate join here. It's Fatir. Hi, Fatir. Father, are you able to hear us? Can you hear me? Okay. Sundram, you there?
I'm there.
Yeah. Any idea about STAR strategy?
No, sir.
No? Okay, that's fine. Will I ask from Diksha? Diksha, you there? Yeah. Do you have any idea about STAR strategy in Cue Card?
Not exactly, but as I see the screen, S stands for start with introduction. Like if we say there is a situation, you have already given some topics. So first to start with introduction, like who is your friend and how is behave, and then go with the time or place, like where you, if you go with a friend somewhere and there you get some qualities of that particular person and how you adapt and how you influence from the behavior or emotions between you and your friends, and then round up with a conclusion. This is a kind of star strategy.
Okay.
I got that.
Yes, that's quite correct. You're close to it. Well try. And Abdul, do you have any idea about it? You already given the IELTS exam.
Yes, sir. The card strategy of Q card is that first we will have to express something like examiner ask us to describe a person which you met last time. So first we will have to describe something else before the topic, like meeting some people is my hobby, and most of the time I love to meet some people like this kind of person. After that we will start to describe the cue card, and one by one, like there are three bullet points in the cue card, like who was the person and where did you meet that person, and how did you feel after meeting that person. So this kind of choosing this kind of way we can describe it perfectly.
Okay. Well, yes. Thank you so much, Abdul. Jasneet, you would like to add something?
Well, sir, I follow a different strategy. That is 5 W's, 1 H. And that's how I build my cue card.
Okay. All right. Hi, Fatir. How are you? Are you able to hear us?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Okay, great. So do you have any idea about this STAR strategy, which is used in Cue Card?
In that, we start with introduction. And like and that
All right, guys. This is something very, important, because STAR strategy, this is what we are using in the IELTS Cue Card. And we got a good results. We got a brilliant results. So that's why we, follow the strategy. Yes. As Jasneet told me, she might be following the different strategy, but that's completely fine. So let's understand the concept of STAR strategy. As we can see, S stands for start with an introduction. So when you are going to start with a cue card, you have to give your introduction, and you need to acknowledge the examiner. Okay. The second thing is talk about the time and place. A for adding details and the emotions, and R for round off with a conclusion. So let's figure out how we can do this. Right. Let me just share you one slide, and we can understand the concept. Okay. So we have one question here. It says, describe a time when noise affected your concentration. Okay. There are some prompt of the cue cards. You should say where you were, what the noise was, how it affected you, and explain how you deal with it. Okay, guys. Now let's figure out how we have to go with the icebreaker. So basically, we have to create a notes. We have to plan the table. So here, if you go on the above slide, it says where you were. So it's asking about the place. You can say in the coffee shop, or in a restaurant. Okay. Second, what the noise was. We can say the loud conversations and music, how it affected you. So you can say it's hard to focus on my work, on my study, whatever the activity you are doing, and explain how you deal with it. So we can say I used noise canceling headphones or other things you can add on if you like. So we have to first of all create a notes according to the prompt question. Okay. Now, how we can give the answers with the help of the STAR strategy. I once struggled with noise while working in a coffee shop or while studying in a coffee shop. I enjoyed its atmosphere, but on that day it was unusually noisy. The loud conversations and background music made it hard to focus. I used noise cancelling headphones and played soft instrumental music, which helped me concentrate better. So these are the notes which we are going to write it down on a piece of paper. You will be provided pen. Earlier, you will be provided pencil. Now you will be provided a pen and a piece of paper, and you have to construct the notes. And on the basis of the notes, we have to give the answers. Now, there are some tips to answer very effectively. Like you have to set the scene very clearly, like the place, reason for being there. Then you have to describe the noise visibility. You have to show how it impacted your focus or the task which you are doing at that moment, and how you ended with a calm solution and what you have learned from it. So this is a strategy which we are going to apply during the IELTS speaking part 2, which is a cue card. Okay, now I want, let's start from, we will say, Abdul, you there? Okay. We have Diksha here. Diksha, you there? Sheetala, you there? Guys, it will be a great help if you can open the camera, because it's easy for me to, to judge that who is available. It's easy for me to recognize the people who are available with us here. Sheetal? Can you hear us? Disha, you there? Praveen? Sandram?
Yes, sir, I'm there.
Okay. Who is it? It's Praveen? Yeah, Jasneet.
Yes, sir.
Okay, would you like to answer this question?
All right.
Okay, describe a time when noise affected your concentration. And you have to cover the prompts, like where you were, what the noise was, how it affected you, and explain how you deal with it.
All right, sir.
We need a 1 minute for the preparation.
Indeed.
Okay. Father?
Yes, sir.
I want you to just prepare on this question. It's a cue card, so you can note it down. Describe a time when a noise affected your concentration. And these are the cue card prompts, where you were, what the noise was, how it affected you, and explain how you deal with it. Paul, I want you to participate on this. Guys, I want everyone to participate on this, because this will really give you a booster. Yeah, hi, Justine. Can we start now?
Yes, sir. Well, there are many kind of a pollution in and around us, but the one which annoys me the most is the noise pollution. And this happened to be during that point of time when I was preparing for my final year master's exam. And while I was preparing for the exam, and it was just 2 days before my exam, there was a marriage in my neighborhood. Invariably, as you know, the festive it's just in a festive season. Before the marriage commenced, the main function commenced, all the relatives start pouring in, and they make it a point that they are having a fun time, but at the cost of the others' peace. Obviously, we could have not said anything because it was a marriage time. It was a happy and a very cheerful time for the others to celebrate the moment, but at the cost of the others' annoyance. So we tried to. My mother went up and she spoke to the neighbors that after 10 o'clock, if the mics could be just go a little slow, but they did not bother, as they do not believe love thy neighbors, I guess. So it was a marriage in their family, which was eventually affected so much so that I was not able to concentrate. My BP shot up and I had got up with a migraine. And situation became, from bad to worse. Because it was crucial. I was getting stressed, paranoid. It was the 11th hour. It was the kind of a situation where I had to do and die. But they say all is well that ends well. So I could just get a sigh of relief when I called up my brother and asked him that if I could just shift for 2 days for this exam before to his house. And yes, he came to a rescue. So he was my distant relative, but he helped me in the time of the need. So indeed, I could say that I was previously where I was down in the dumps, but when the result came, I was on cloud nine after seeing, because even despite of so much of lack of concentration, I was able to come out with flying colors and succeed well. I dealt it in a positive manner, but at the same time, this was such a nerve-wracking work they have done.
Okay, time's up. Thank you. Well, that was a very nice answer. Thank you, Justine.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes, Father.
Raza, I believe we have only 60 minutes for this session, and
Okay.
right, we have plenty of information
Okay.
to pass on. Right.
Okay. Okay.
You can ask questions on regular basis, but again, you need to divide your questions into different students every now and then, right?
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. We have Diksha here. Diksha, are we connected? Okay. We have Paul. Paul, are we connected?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yeah, hi. Paul. Okay. So I just want to know, do you have any doubt or any query on the cue card? You want to ask something?
No, I just joined at 4:15, sir.
Okay. All right.
I think we should demonstrate this role play, this speaking part, right?
All right. So you want me to demonstrate in a more brief way?
Yes, I would like to demonstrate, sir.
Okay. All right. So, okay, I will repeat once again. Okay. So basically, cue card, this is in the speaking part 2. Okay, there are 3 sections in IELTS speaking part 1, part 2, and part 3. So this is a part 2. Okay, basically what happened in cue card, we have 1 minute for the preparation and 2 minutes we have to speak on the cue card. So there are some prompt questions there where you have to prepare the answer. But there's a catch here. You will be provided a piece of paper on which you have to write down the notes. You have to construct the notes and then you have to speak accordingly. Okay. But the thing is that you have to speak for 2 minutes. Okay. And when your time has been covered up, the examiner will give you the indication you have to stop then and there. We don't have to stop in between. So if we have provided 2 minutes, we have to utilize that 2 minutes. Okay. Yes. Any doubt? Yeah, Sundaram.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you want to say something? You want to add on something or any suggestions you want to do? You want to give?
No, sir. I'm just processing this thing.
Okay. So you're getting an idea what is cue card?
Yes, I'm getting an idea, sir.
Yeah. So reason being is that why we are doing this session, because this cue card is a game changer. So any student speak very well in cue cards, get a chances to score the desired bands. Okay. Sheetal. Sheetal, you there? Are we connected? Okay. Paul, do you have any query? You have any question? Please ask. I'm happy to answer.
How many questions we have to answer? So those 4 only?
See, if we talk about the cue card, we're talking about this prompts,
Yes.
prompts of cue cards, which are the subcategory of the question, right? So basically, there are 4 prompts of each cue card. First is the main header. Describe a time when noise affected your concentration, or describe the place you want to, suggest to the foreigners. And yes, the prompt questions there are 4. Basically, this is related to WH family. If you notice this, it's WH, where, WH, what, how, and explain how you deal with it. So there are 4 prompt questions, mainly in the speaking cue cards. But the way we have to answer in a one go. You don't have to give the answer separately, like where you were. No, you have to create a notes, and with the help of the notes, you have to refer to the notes and you have to speak. But yes, there's a time bondation. You have to speak for 2 minutes. And we have a very great strategy here where we guide our students in order to get the desired bands. Yes, Fatih, do you have any question? You want to ask something? Okay. That's okay. Yes, guys, shall we move on? Guys, you there? Okay. Sheetal. Sheetal, are we connected?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm giving you a very small question. Okay.
Raza, I got a question on our channel that students want to know what are the hot topics that generally comes in the Q card. What are the hot topics in 2025 that students are going to get in this exam?
Okay. Well, that
And
was.
do we get the same topics for a general and academic? And can you briefly explain us about the marking, how marking is done in case of Q cards?
Sure, definitely. Okay. So the first question, let me answer about the topics. Okay.
The hot topics in 2025.
The hot topics in 2025. Okay. So here are the hot topics in 2025. First topic is a friend you admire. So this is basically, comes in academic. For the journal, we have a different segment for the topics, Q cards, because journal basically for the people who migrate or go for the job. So they have more questions related to the professionalism, to the professional life. Right. So take a second topic, hot, most, top, demanding topic for 2025, a place you visited recently, a book or a movie you enjoyed, a skill you want to learn, and something valuable you own. So these are the, hot topics or generally asked topics which student encounter in the IELTS speaking part.
Okay.
Yes.
And what about the marking, how it is done in case of Q cards?
Okay, so basically there are a few things students have to take care about it. First is the time management, which I already mentioned. It's 2 minutes. Secondly, we have to follow the vocabulary. So, we have a different segment for that. We have a list of IELTS vocabulary, which are used in the Q card. We have to follow that vocabulary. Then there are connectors, linkers, cohesions. So basically these are things. So when student, join our batch, they will get, depth information about it, that how we can utilize these things in order. And let me tell you that this is something, based on the marking of IELTS only. On the basis of these things, the examiner will give you the bands. So these are the things which is required for the IELTS Q card. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the next question?
Let me check. I'll get back to you. I would like to add a few things. I believe.
Yeah, please.
I think you miss out on that point.
Yeah.
Like IELTS do not accept memorized answers. Right?
Exactly.
So your answer should be your true story, I believe. Right? If any question comes in case of IELTS Q card, it shouldn't be a memorized one. You should not prepare it previously beforehand. You know how to use a star method. That is absolutely fine. But your answer should be real from the real scenarios.
Exactly.
Right?
And how to make it real, how to make it more, realistic, that we train during our IELTS sessions.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so there, as you can see the screen is visible to you. So there are some, bonus practice tip, right? How we can do that. So basically what we do with the students, we pick up Q card topic daily basis, that what is recently covered in the IELTS segment. And then we ask students to, set a timer for 1 minute for the preparation. And then they have to speak for 2 minutes. Now, how they have to do it? They have to work on the vocabulary, which is very well essential for the IELTS speaking part, not for the part 2, for all the 3 sections. And they have to speak for 2 minutes. They have to listen their recordings, and with the help of the recording, they will able to, improve their fluency, which is very well required, because the IELTS Q card, it's a two-way communication. So it's not like that you memorize your answer or you learn your answer. Yes, Raman, you're right. We don't have to memorize the answer. So it's a two-way
You can
communication.
continue. I believe there is some glitch in your network.
Okay, am I audible? Am I audible?
Yeah, Raza, you back? I believe there was some glitch in your network.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so we have to listen our recording not once, twice, and try to figure out that where were we lacking.
Yes.
Okay, grammar has always been, the pillar of English segment. As this is IELTS, we have to take care of the grammar segment as well, and how well you are stretching the answer. So this is how we have to, follow the tips on daily basis. These tips are required for the daily practice. And yes, record yourself. That is very well required. At least you have to do twice or thrice. Then only it's gonna be help you out. Okay. Yes, guys. Anyone have any kind of question? Please feel free to ask.
Excuse me, sir.
Yep.
Yes, Sheetal, please
Hello?
ask your
Yes.
question.
Yes. Please answer. Please ask the question.
Sir, is it really necessary to speak fastly and continuously during the
Raza, are you going to answer this or should I answer this?
Okay, you answer, then I will
session?
going to answer
Like,
this.
do we need to make grammatical mistakes? Is that also checked during that test?
Sheetal, speaking quick in any language does not mean that you are fluent in that language, right? So you can speak at your own pace. You need to be clear about your thoughts, the words you use, right? Also, मैं आपको एक recently एक scenario बताता हूँ. मेरा एक student था. He was like अच्छा बोलता था. He used to carry a decent vocabulary with him. But वो क्या करता था, वो बोलते बोलते हैबिट थी उसकी. He used to speak a lot. ऐसे फिलर्स डालता था वो, जैसे भी बोलता था. So what we did, मैंने उससे बोला, whenever a filler comes into your mind, कि आपका एक natural instinct है, बहुत बोलते हो, आप okay बहुत बोलते हो, आप like बहुत बोलते हो. During that time, जब भी आपके mind में वो word आए, just take a pause and then speak. दुनिया के top speakers, if you have even listened to the speeches of our Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, बहुत slowly बोलते हैं वो, भाइयों और बहनों, and then he takes a pause and then accordingly बहुत सोच के अपनी बात बोलते हैं. So a good speaker is the one who thinks before speaking, uses the correct vocab, uses the correct words, and accordingly answer to the situation. In the case of IELTS Cue Card, आपको 2 मिनट का स्पीच देना होता है. आप बहुत लंबा पॉज ना लो, बट एक फ्लो में, एक करेक्ट वे में, एक ठीक तरीके से आंसर दो. You will get decent bands for sure. Right, Raza? Would you like to add on something?
I need to add, yeah, that's right. And I need to add one more thing. The more important in speaking part is you have to speak naturally. Okay, we don't have
Yes.
to go with any accent. No, you have to speak naturally, because that's what the examiner will going to check, that how naturally you are speaking and how confident you are.
Right. See, we are Indians and we have our own way of speaking things. We have our own pronunciation skills and everything. So we don't need to be pretending someone that we are not. We are Indians and we speak in the way, and that is totally acceptable globally. आपको जैसे बोलना है आप सही से बोलो, बस सही वर्ड्स का यूज करो, सही स्पीड में बोलो. बहुत फास्ट बोलने से, आप बहुत तेज बोलते हो, दैट डज नॉट मीन आपकी इंग्लिश अच्छी है अगर आप उसमें गलत बोल रहे हो तो. राइट. अपने फ्लो में बोलो, जैसे आपको कंफर्टेबल लगता है वैसे बोलो, वैसे प्रैक्टिस करो, एंड अकॉर्डिंगली नंबर्स मिलेंगे आपको. राइट. जो लोग बहुत तेज बोलते हैं, कभी कभी फ्लुएंट नहीं होते बट बहुत फास्ट फास्ट बोल जाते हैं, वो नर्वसनेस शो करता है, आपका अग्रेसिवनेस शो करता है, एंड मे बी उस वजह से आपके नंबर कट हो सकते हैं. राइट. सो यू नीड टू बी नेचुरल, लाइक रजा सेड.
Exactly. Natural means without interruptions, without people. Some students we have observed that some people try to look here and there.
नहीं आना चाहिए बीच में.
Yes, no interruptions. There should be a eye contact, and
Right.
there should be the main important part of cue card is you have to be energetic and confident as well. So this is the mixture and the combination of these things, and these are very common things. We already aware about it, but sometimes IELTS हमारे दिमाग में आता है, या IELTS से देना है. So people got sometimes they have a lot of make a curiosity in their mind, so we have to deal with it.
Let's put it this way. IELTS के speaking exam हम हमेशा बोलते हैं IELTS is an international exam and speaking is something जो बहुत difficult होता है, and student generally उसमें फंस जाते हैं, क्लियर नहीं कर पाते. बी वेरी क्लियर, द एग्जामिनर इज नॉट टेकिंग योर एग्जाम, ही इज ट्राइंग टू कम्युनिकेट विद यू. आपसे बात करने की कोशिश कर रहा है. ही इज ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड कि आप उसकी बात समझ पा रहे हो, आप उसी को जवाब दे पा रहे हो. द क्वेश्चन ही इज आस्किंग, यू आर आंसरिंग इट करेक्टली. सेम उसने जो पूछा है वो आपने करेक्टली अंडरस्टैंड किया और अकॉर्डिंगली आपने आंसर दिया है. ऐसा तो नहीं है उसने दिन के बारे में पूछा, आप रात के बारे में आंसर दे रहे हो. सो यू नीड टू बी स्मार्ट, कि हमें बहुत आराम से सुनना होता है एंड अकॉर्डिंगली हमें आंसर करना होता है. IELTS के एग्जाम को, स्पीकिंग एग्जाम को आप rather than calling it as an exam, rather than just think it's a 20-minute session in which you are going to converse with the other person उसकी नेटिव लैंग्वेज में, उसकी इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज में, and that is good to go. अब अच्छे से उसका एक फॉर्मेट होता है. पार्ट 1 में यू विल गेट क्वेश्चंस अबाउट यू. इन पार्ट 2 क्यू कार्ड बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. सबसे मेन पार्ट स्पीकिंग का आई बिलीव क्यू कार्ड ही होता है. एंड देन पार्ट 3 उसमें क्रॉस क्वेश्चंस करेगा वो आपसे. सो एग्जामिनर वुड ट्राई एंड आस्क यू क्वेश्चंस जो उसको लगेगा आप दोबारा रिपीट कर दोगे अपना आंसर. सो यू नीड टू बी स्मार्ट इनफ कि अगर कोई बात हमने क्यू कार्ड में ऐसी बोल भी दी और अगेन एग्जामिनर ने थर्ड पार्ट में उसको सेम क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया, यू शुड बी स्मार्ट इनफ टू आंसर इन द अदर वे. हर बात को हम दो तरीके से कह सकते हैं, राइट? एक बात एक्टिव वॉइस में कह सकते हैं, दूसरी पैसिव में कह सकते हैं. सो अकॉर्डिंगली यू नीड टू यूज योर ब्रेन, यू नीड टू काम इनफ, बी काम इनफ. आपको आई कांटेक्ट बना के अच्छे से आंसर करना होता है उसका, राइट? और उसको बहुत ज्यादा सोचना नहीं है, जो भी मन में आए रियलिस्टिक आंसर्स देना है, मेमोराइज्ड आंसर्स नहीं देना है. टाइम लिमिट है, अकॉर्डिंगली हमें आंसर करना है. एंड रेस्ट अश्योर वन थिंग, 20 मिनट्स का स्लॉट आपका बुक होता है, बट एग्जामिनर टाइम बाउंड होता है. आप तो कितना बड़ा भी आंसर दे सकते हो ना. वंस यू स्टार्टेड गिविंग लॉन्ग आंसर्स, वो आपको खुद स्टॉप करेगा. स्टॉप हो गया है, कंप्लीट करो. एंड वंस ही शोज यू अ सिग्नल ऑफ स्टॉपिंग, ऐसा नहीं है कि आप उसी टाइम एकदम स्टॉप हो जाओगे. टेक योर टाइम, उसको आंसर को एंड करो तब चुप हो. मतलब उसके बाद ऐसा नहीं कि आप उसके अभी 1 मिनट तक बोल रहे हो, थोड़ी देर रुको. यू नीड टू एंड योर आंसर एंड then you need to stop, right?
Exactly.
Any other question you have? Pearl, Sheetal, Fatir, anyone else who is in this session? We have Diksha, we have Sundram. Any other question guys you have?
Yes guys, please ask.
Yes, Fatir. You have any question, Fatir?
I don't.
Okay, fine. So the session was about Cue Card. This is just about Cue Card. Daily we are organizing these live sessions. If you are practicing by yourself, you can come up again tomorrow and you can ask questions, as many as you have. We'll be happy to answer you guys. Apart from that, if you want to take entire IELTS coaching from us, if you want any kind of help, you want to take a demo, in demo we generally take your diagnostic test, जिसमें हम आपको लेवल बता देते हैं, what level you are having right now and क्या आपका क्या प्लान है फ्यूचर का. You can share with us and we'll let you know कि कैसे उस ड्रीम को कंप्लीट कर सकते हैं हम. Not just IELTS but also your dream, your planning to study in a foreign country. आपको कौन सी यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ना है, किस कोर्स में पार्टिसिपेट करना है. You guys can just message us, you can connect with us. कशिश ने आपको कॉल किया होगा, you can connect with Kashish, you can type your message in our YouTube channel. आप कहीं पे भी जैसे भी करके हमसे कनेक्ट करने की कोशिश करो. We have our own website worldedx.com. WorldEdX IELTS का हमारा अलग पेज है. Everywhere you will get every information. There are our numbers. आप कैसे भी करके हमको कॉन्टेक्ट कर सकते हो. If you want demos for IELTS, if you want complete classes, if you want to join our batches, feel free to connect with us. We will definitely help you guys. These sessions are free of cost. Demo would be free of cost. Although we will be charging for classes, but उसमें हम entire practice कराने वाले हैं आपको. Listening क्या होता है वो हम इस सेशन में बता देंगे, but listening की practice कैसे होगी वो हम अपनी क्लास में कराएंगे. So you can join if you are serious candidate, if you are serious about your career. I am hoping you all will connect with us and you will get the best information, best coaching from WorldEdX. Right, Raza?
Yes, absolutely.
So if you guys still have any question, feel free to ask. And we are almost done with our session. If you have anything to add on, Raza, you can add on and then we can wind up.
Okay. Yes, there's one important thing I want to add on, like about the cue card only. So whenever we're going to start the cue card, firstly, we have to acknowledge the examiner. Okay. So whenever is there any question in the cue card, try to resemble with your past. See if this happened with you. Like here's a question, as you can see on the screen, describe a time when noise affected your concentration. Okay. So whenever you're going to answer this type of question, you have to give the acknowledgement. Well, yes, there's an incident happened with me in the past, or this thing happened with me a few months back, few weeks back, or maybe last year, and then support your answer. So there's a strategy to construct the answer with a cue card, which will really help to boost the result and get the desired balance in the very first attempt. And this is the something cue card is very important, as we mentioned in the very starting of the segment, that IELTS cue card is something help you to get good bands. And
Session was knowledgeable to you guys, and we hope that you'll join us tomorrow again, same time, same place. Okay, then bye bye guys.
Bye guys, take care.
Bye, guys.